brakes off, and a few riders really struggling there in the braking zone. I wonder if they hit
13th place.
He's made a spot up. He's on the back of that group. That's the best he's going to win spots. Brian, you got something in hand on Veda apparently, but where is it? He's ahead of you. A wet patch and tucked the front almost, but Mitani lost a place, as did Morelli, trying to avoid there. So here we go, Peter. One of the main overtaking spots. Brian, you got something. You got to make that move to extend that lead in the championship, but he's got so many other riders him essentially. Or did someone just break a bit earlier? I'm not sure, but whatever the case is, Poogie in hand on Veda apparently, but where is it? He's ahead of you. You got to make that move to extend that lead just to contend with. This is absolutely cracking. 7 riders up for the win here. Easy now slots in the second with David Gonzalez just behind Pratama in the championship, but he's got so many other riders to contend with. This is absolutely...
Yeah, Marco Morelli's down in 6th place in the cup chase. He's not in the battle. It's down to Veda
and back up to 4th.
And Danish and Pratama are right together there. They're sorting.
Cracking. 7 riders up for the win here.
Yeah, Marco Morelli's down in 6th place in Brian Ariarte.
Veda goes into the lead, Peter. What a move on the exit of turn 3.
Themselves out for the 2nd place in the cup.
Danish up into 5th now as well, just off
in the cup chase. He's not in the battle. It's down to Veda and Brian Ariarte. He did. He was slower in, got a superb drive out, and Brian has gone with him. You see, being quick and
the back of this group. He's the real beneficiary of the melee that ensued turns 1 and 2. But it's Veda goes into the lead, Peter. What a move on the exit of turn 3.
He did. He was slower in, got a superb drive out. Slow out really ruined it for Morelli, who's dropped back from 1st to 3rd place.
Christian Daniel looking up the end. Ugliese now leading.
The Italian in front of the home crowd, and there's plenty of people to cheer him on, and Brian has gone with him. You see, being quick and slow out really ruined it for Morelli, who's dropped.
But Morelli's so late on the brakes, quite sideways as well there. So it is.
On this weekend, he wasn't thrilled with yesterday's race at all, but this is his chance to sign back from 1st to 3rd place.
Christian Daniel looking up the inside, but Morelli's so late on the brakes. Wow, it's going to be potentially 1-2 in the championship, 1-2 in the race, Peter. Here we go.
In front of his home crowd. Oh, and he's looking determined. They're weaving and bucking around.
Brakes quite sideways as well there. So it is. Wow, it's going to be potentially 1-2. We're headed towards the final sector. Morelli still in 3rd position.
Down there is he on the brakes, but he gets it turned okay.
They got Veda in the championship, 1-2 in the race, Peter. Here we go. We're headed towards the final sector. You're hanging it fast round the outside. Tyres screaming. Give me more grip. I need it. Here we Pratama just losing a place to Danish there. So Danish, well, this is what happens then. Danish back to Morelli still in 3rd position. Daniel hanging it fast round the outside. Time we go.
Yeah, and it is now. It's Pratama that leads over Brian Ariarte, but
his very best. He moves alongside Brian Ariarte, looks up the inside at Curvone, but thinks better of it. I'm screaming, give me more grip, I need it. Here we go.
Yeah, and it is now. It's Pratama. You know that Marco Morelli's going to have something to say about that in the last 2 corners. Just 2 corners. This is where...
Well, with 1st place in the championship lost, Danish now really wants that 2nd place.
Pratama that leads over Brian Ariarte, but you know that Marco Morelli's going to have something to say there. Brian Ariarte took the lead last year. He's doing it on the straight this time instead of under the braking, but he goes into the corner
to move up into the Moto3 World Championship win.
And it still is the number 30 without that in the last 2 corners. Just 2 corners. This is where Brian Ariarte took the lead last year. He's doing it on the... No, but it's Brian Ariarte. He's perfectly positioned, and Pratama's off one in front. Giulio Pugliese, the 16-year-old Italian. The straight this time instead of under the braking, but he goes into the corner. No, but it's Brian Ariarte. He's blinded. Brian makes it perfect through this corner. He's going to win it, make it a double here at Spielberg.
We are all concertinaing up, aren't we? Veda Pratama just off the back. Marco Morelli 6th, Mitani 7th.
Perfect position, and Pratama's offline. If Brian makes it perfect through this at the top of the hill. And they're all safely away so far, but Brian exactly...
Pushins there as well. He obviously had the crash yesterday with Veda Pratama, and that which
he's going to win it, making a double here at Spielberg. Brian Iriarte hangs on to the lead where he wants to be, chasing Veda Pratama, and he chased him all the way yesterday to pass him on the penultimate.
Very unfortunate, no long lap for Karpushin. I mean, that was a pure racing incident when there's that many riders in such
advantage. They go down the hill. Karpushin in a superb second place, but Joel Pawn corner. I wonder if he's going to do the same thing. Christian Daniel Jr. on 70, but Morelli tries to
short literal space. You know, things are going to go wrong, aren't they?
And Fons, he never has any luck. He's one of the fallers, and Brian Iriarte already touching the green stuff. He's going to squeeze him. Superb stuff, but Christian Daniel gets through. The American is up into third place, where he fastest lap for the race so far for Guillaume Planck, the Frenchman, in 10th place. Got to watch that. The 54, of course, it's Veda Pratama up into third place. A very close third place. Finished yesterday.
Absolutely brilliant. You've got to keep an eye as well on Hakim Dinish in 9th place, Format, and then Kermantinez, the Venezuelan, had that yesterday as well. 146.5
well.
So 3 riders down at the first turn. Nelly, and that was nearly a couple of other riders down there. Championship leader now. We now sit 2nd place in the standings, 4 points off the lead. He is where he's. We're substantially slower than yesterday, but with the wet patches around, that's no surprise. That was Karpushin and Pratama, wasn't it?
That's right, Veda. There was really not room for that.
Started in 9th position. He's got the yellow helmet at the back of the first couple of groups. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, as you say, it's all concertinaed up very much, hasn't it? There's only, a couple of seconds covering the top. Veda to go up the inside of Karpushin, but he tried it. They got away with it. Anyway, it still is.
It's progress.
Yeah, superb start for all these guys. It really is building up into something special. 19 or so.
Kado Thompson up into 12th place. Yesterday he finished up.
It's Brian Iriarte that leads. Karpushin looking for a way up the inside. There is no possibility there. I wonder whether Pratama and Iriarte can break away.
Yeah,
Christian Daniel
up in 6th position. That is a really, really good ride from the Australian. Up from
Iriarte cuts across his nose very nicely and holds on to the lead.
Well then, so 3 riders down at the.
Christian Daniel said he didn't get into the groove quickly enough yesterday. Up the inside of the number
12th position. He said it's all right. Yeah, and I bet it is. 11
is David Gonzalez. Christian Daniel said he didn't get into the groove quickly enough.
First turn, Axtonelli was the other one down with Fernandez, as you rightly pointed out, Peter. With Pons, they come across a lot less in the podiums, not satisfactory for Carter.
No, indeed. He needs to just have been the wet yesterday and was determined to do it today. He is now in the groove, right behind Brian Iriarte.
And then to complete lap 1, it will be Iriarte from Karpushin, from Pratama, Thompson, Gonzalez.
Great result at the end of the season that he's, he had some really superb wins, and of course,
wow, look at this. Christian, this is super impressive. He's not just quick in the wet as he was. Yeah, Fernandez, Singapong there in 7th place too.
And Veda Pratama does not want to hang in the winner, in race 2, so he's got to get back to that sort of form.
The step up that